Hello students, let's continue our chapter 3, Cultural Heritage of India, Sculpture and Architecture. Students, we are on page 22. Please take page 22. Yesterday I had told you to read about the caves of Gujarat. We also had seen about the art of Gupta period. So let's begin with caves of Gujarat. Please open your textbook and be with me. Caves at Junagadh. There are 3 groups of caves in Junagadh. Group of Bhavpara caves. This cave is situated near Bhavpara mud. They are in 3 layers intersecting each other at right angles. There are total 16 caves. Out of them 4 are in first line, 7 in second line and 5 in third line. Possibly they were carved during 1st, 2nd century in the beginning of AD, that is Anno Domini, after date. Now you know the full form of BC, before Christ. AD is after date. So students, we are talking about the Bhavpara caves, and there are students, Bhavpara caves, how many types of layers are there? There are altogether 16 caves into 3 layers intersecting each other. And among them, in the first line, there are 4. Then in the second, there are 7. And in the third, there are 5 caves. Let's see about the second one. Second feature is that they are double-storied. On seeing their remains, say one can that they might have been carved during the end of 2nd century and the beginning of 4th century. So students, as they are categorized into the 3 groups, second group, in that second group they are saying that they must have been carved during the 2nd century or maybe beginning of 4th century. Then caves of Khapra and Kedia. Caves of Kund. On seeing the remains, it can be said that they were floored caves. On seeing the remains, what can be said? That they were floored caves. It might have been carved in the 3rd century. So they are guessing that this could have been done in the carving could have been done in the 3rd century. There are 20 pillars and they are in ruins now. So 20 pillars are there and they are in ruins. They are getting destroyed now. They are not in the proper condition. So this is about the caves at Junagadh. Let's study about the next. Second is that Khambalida cave. What is that? It is discovered in 1959, underline, in 1959 AD. They are situated at Khambalida near Gondal, 70 kilometers from Rajkot. So they are in Gondal, which is 70 kilometers away from Rajkot. 3 of them are remarkable. Chaityagruha with stupa is situated in the middle cave. Make a bracket. Students, Chaityagruha with stupa. You know now what is stupa, isn't it? Is situated in the middle cave. Make a bracket, complete that bracket. Figures of bodhisattvas and statue of devotees are standing on both the sides of the entrance part, supported by trees. So see students, who is the statue? Figures of bodhisattva and statue of devotees standing on both the sides of the entrance part, supported by trees, and they are of 2nd or 3rd century. So in the first over here, the caves of Junagadh, they were not very sure. They were saying could be in 2nd or maybe beginning of the 4th century. But over here, what they are saying, here also they are not saying exactly that they are of the 2nd century only or of the 3rd century. They are saying that they may be of 2nd and 3rd century. And then comes Talaja caves. Students, where is Talaja? We are very close to Talaja. We are staying very close to Talaja. Some of you have your native place, villages in Talaja. So let's see about the Talaja cave. Mountain of Talaja is situated near the mouth of Shatrunji River in Bhavnagar district. Make the bracket to this. Mountain of Talaja is situated where, students? Near the mouth of Shatrunji River. You know, sometimes when in rainy season you already say, now also you already started saying Shatrunji River is full. So it is at the mouth. What is that? The mountain of Talaja. And where is it? It's in the Bhavnagar district. It is famous as pilgrim of Taldwaj-giri, underline the students. So it is a famous pilgrim of Taldwaj-giri, underline Taldwaj-giri. 30 caves have been carved from stones with huge gates. Ibal Mandap, that is Sabhakhand, and Chaitya Gruha are the best examples from sculpture and protection point of view. Students, come to the next page. Cave architecture of Buddhist religion belongs to the 3rd century. So students, this is about Talaja cave. We saw that the Talaja cave, it is situated near the mouth of river Shatrunji, which is in Bhavnagar district. It is also a famous pilgrim center, that is the Taldwaj-giri. There are 30 caves carved from stones with huge gates. Ibal Mandap, that is Sabhakhand, and Chaitya Gruha, which are the best examples from sculpture and protection point of view. We studied that this is also cave architecture of Buddhist religion belongs to 3rd century. Now, let's see about the Sana cave. The 4th point is Sana cave. This group of caves is situated on the top of Sana mountain in Wanikia village, Una Taluka in Gir Somnath district. Underline the students. You should know where they have been situated. So where is Sana cave? Sana cave is a group of caves which is situated on the Sana mountain in Wanikia village, which is in Una Taluka in Gir Somnath district. This is again in Gujarat, students. These caves are spread on Sana mountain like beehive. These caves which have been spread, they are how? In which shape, students? They have been in beehive shape. Then Dhang cave. Dhangagiri is situated in Dhang village of Upeleta Taluka at Rajkot district. Make a bracket. Where is Dhang cave situated? It is in the Upeleta Taluka at Rajkot district. It is considered that they might have been built in the beginning of 4th century. So when is it built? Must have been built in the beginning of the 4th century. Then you have Jinjuri Jhar. There are many Buddhist caves. There are many Buddhist caves in the west of Dhang, about 7 kilometers from Sitsar. Is the valley of Jinjuri Jhar. It is considered that they have been built in the 2nd century. So Jinjuri Jhar, when is, students, where is it situated? In the west of Dhang, about 7 kilometers from Sitsar, and that is a valley of Jinjuri Jhar, which is considered that it has been built in the 2nd century. Then let's study about Khapra and Kodia cave. That is Khapra and Kodia cave at Kutch. Where is it situated? It is situated in Kutch. These caves are situated on the hill near Old Patgad in Lakhpat Taluka of Kutch. Make a bracket. There are 2 caves. These are discovered by K.K. Shastri in 1967 AD. So students, Khapra Kodia caves which are in Kutch or at Kutch, these caves are situated on the top of the hill near Old Patgad in Lakhpat Taluka of Kutch. And there are 2 caves. These are discovered by K.K. Shastri, and in which year? 1967. Now, let's see about the last point, the caves that is at Kelia Dungar. Caves at Kelia Dungar. There are 3 caves in Kelia Dungar at Jhajda Taluka in Bharuch. Underline these students. There are 3 caves in Kelia Dungar at Jhagadia Taluka in Bharuch district. close that bracket, underline Jagadia Taluka. These are the best old architecture specimens of Buddhist religion, underline Buddhist religion. Architecture of these caves is marvelous. An 11 feet high statue of a lion, underline that, an 11 feet high statue of lion, with two bodies and one mouth in the form of pillar, has been carved, which is in a single rock. Close the bracket. Now, students, Kelia Dungar is situated in Jagadia Taluka in Bharuch district, and it is the best old architecture specimen of Buddhist religion. These caves are marvelous. We also saw that the 11 feet statue of lion with two bodies and one mouth is the form of a pillar, has been carved, which is in a single rock. Let's study about the chariot temple. A unique feature of Pallava age can be seen in the famous chariot temple of South India, which is carved out from a single rock. Kailashnath temple of Kanchi and temple of Vaikuntha Perumal are the best examples of architectural art. Students, make a bracket to that. Till art from the Kailashnath temple, underline these two, that is Kailashnath temple of Kanchi and Vaikuntha Perumal. They are the best example of architectural art. Apart from above, mandapas at Mahabalipuram and chariot temple of Mahabalipuram are world famous. Make a bracket again. Apart from there till the world famous, make a bracket to that, underline that Mandapa Mahabalipuram and chariot temple of Mahabalipuram. These are the world famous. Each one of them is rock cut temple. These chariots are named after the names of Pandavas. These have been named after the names of Pandavas. Chariot temple of Dharmaraja is the biggest one, whereas the chariot temple of Draupadi is the smallest one. So students, you again have to remember that the chariot temple of Dharmaraja, underline that. Dharmaraja is the biggest one and Draupadi is the smallest one. Let's study about the temple architecture. Let's study about the temple architecture. Look at the picture, students. Look at the chariot temple. How is it? See, there are also the wheels. Okay? Have a look at this picture. And now, let's study about the chariot temple. Many famous temple architecture are seen with high pedestal and pinnacle with ladder. But some are flat with Pradakshina path encircling the Garbhagruha, that is the innermost part of the temple. So students, what is that? Many famous temple architecture are seen with the pedestal and the pinnacle with the ladder. But some are flat with Pradakshina path encircling Garbhagruha. Underline this Garbhagruha. That is the innermost part of the temple. The Bhumara Shiva temple near Jabalpur and temples of Larkhan in Bijapur district, copper statue of Lord Buddha in Nalanda, that is Satlanganj. Underline these all the names. And Jain temples of Mathura are unique specimens of architecture and sculpture. So students, which are the famous sculpture and specimens of the architecture and sculpture? You will have to mention about the Bhumara Shiva temple at Jabalpur, which is in Larkhan in Bijapur district. Then copper statue of Lord Buddha in Nalanda Sultanjung. And Jain temples of Mathura are unique specimen. Sultanjung, students. And then there is a greater contribution of Pallava kings. Temples constructed in Kanchi, the capital city of Pallavas, are very famous. Tanjore was the capital of Chola dynasty. Make a bracket. Tanjore was the capital of Chola dynasty. Underline Chola dynasty. The great Brihadishwar temple, the great Brihadeshwar temple was the first temple constructed by Raja of Chola dynasty. It is about 200 meters high. It is an extraordinary temple of ancient India. Which first temple was constructed by the Raja of Chola dynasty? Students, Brihadeshwar temple, we saw it over here, Brihadeshwar temple, which was built by the Chola dynasty, Raja. And what is the height of it? About 200 meters. It is extraordinary temple of ancient time. Students, turn the page and let's study about the architecture of Gopuram. Architecture of Gopuram. Gopuram means entrance of the temple. Make a bracket. Gopuram means entrance of the temple. So let's see what is the architecture of it. How is it? The construction of temples gained monument due to the encouragement of Pandya rulers of South India. Just now we saw about the Chola dynasty, Raja, and now we are seeing about the Pandya rulers. So students, with the encouragement of this, the construction of the temple it was built and by Pandya rulers of South India. They built high outer walls and beautifully decorated gates outside the temple. The gates of this temple are known as Gopuram. So students, we saw it here, Gopuram means entrance of the temple. And over here what they are saying? They had built, who is that? The Pandya rulers. They had built high outer walls and beautifully they had decorated them, the gates outside the temple. These gates are known as Gopuram. In 1 marks it could be asked in the exam. The artistic glory of Gopuram has become more popular than its temple. So the Gopuram, that is the entrance of the gate, temple, that is the entrance, the gate, has become more popular for its artistic work and glory than the temple. Gopuram of Kanchi and Madurai gives us aesthetic pleasure even today when viewed from distance. It gives us a lot of pleasure. We feel happy when we look at them. So see students, look at this picture. Can you see the picture? Students, Gopuram, see how beautiful it is decorated. So nice it looks in the picture. In reality, how beautiful it will be. Then the place of Gopuram, Mandap, Shikhar, Viman and Garbhagriha. We already saw about Garbhagriha. See students, it is also mentioned. What do you mean by that Viman and all? Viman is a part of temple. It is semicircle or in sloping shape. Look here. It has many stories and look like pyramid. Students, why you have to remember this? Because you do not know what from here. For 1 mark, anything could be asked. What do you understand by Gopuram? Or write about Garbhagriha for 1 mark. So you should be knowing Garbhagriha means a small and dark rectangular room in which idol is kept. In Gujarat, it is known as Gabharu. Should be able to answer. So students, I am going to stop the class over here. Tomorrow we shall study about the Jain temples as well as Sun Temple of Konark, Sun Temple of Modhera. So I am going to stop the class here. I will be sending you few questions. Please study them. Have a good day.